Sorry, Google Plus. I thought you were live too, so you missed a few of the pointers, but I'll go back over those later. But I'm just going to keep going with where I was at with Periscope, and then I'll re-record the other pointers a little later. My point number 9 was remember that when you're posting, that everything you post represents you, because everything you put out there, even if you think I'm gonna post this and then I'm gonna delete it later, it still is saved in cyber world. So you just want to make sure that everything you're posting actually represents you, and you're okay with that image being out there for years. So just be careful with what you post. Think before you post. Be you, be authentically you. Don't feel like you, even if, let's say you're doing a single parent's mother's blog or something and someone else is doing it too, you don't have to be what that person is. Be you. People want to know who you are. So be you and let people get to know you. And don't be afraid to market yourself. Like, it's okay to tell people you have a blog or you have a website, or come to this or come to that, or I have a product. Don't be afraid to market yourself. Like, if you don't market yourself, who's going to market you? How will people know that you're there? How will people know that you have a blog? How will people know that you have a product? How will people know? So don't be afraid. Use social media and tell people about yourself. That's the only way that you're going to, when you first get started. Of course, after you get started for a little while, word of mouth will kind of spread. But at the beginning, don't be afraid to market yourself. So I'm looking between Google Plus and Periscope, because I don't want Google Plus like, and I'm looking down all the time. So I'm looking between the two. Another great point is marketing to people who are actually interested in what you are doing. So if you sell tires, marketing to someone who wants Girl Scout cookies, that's not going to work. So you just want to make sure that you get connected with people who are actually interested in what you're doing. So with me, I'm very into health and wellness. So I'm connected on Facebook with a bunch of great Facebook like vegan groups, and they understand what I do. So, and that's important. You want to make sure that you're marketing to the people that actually need what you do. So, and a great way to do that is also collabing with people. So if you know, when I first got started on social media, I was doing shout for shouts. That's what it's called. But I would do shout outs with other food groups. So we would share each other's pages, because that way that allows you to be exposed to other people that maybe didn't know about you. So shouts for shouts are great. You can also do collabs. So if you know somebody that's also in your industry, do a collaboration with that person. Do a YouTube video. It's great to get connected with other people who are like-minded. So I have become fearless. You have to become fearless, especially when you're trying to do a brand or you're trying to grow a business. Look, you just have to literally make up in your mind that no matter what happens, I'm going to keep going. You're going to have moments that you want to give up. I'm telling you now, I'm being honest. And you literally have to just make up in your mind, like, no matter what happens, I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to give up on my life. I'm not going to give up on my brand. I'm going to make this happen. And you have to be determined, and you have to cheer yourself on, like, especially in the beginning, you have to be determined and just have a no matter what attitude. What else? Oh, I have get rid of procrastination. Get rid of the whole, like, I'm going to start next week. I'm going to start, a month from now. No, you have to start now, because if you don't start now, you'll always have well, I'm going to wait until I have enough money. I'm going to wait until I graduate from college. I'm going to wait until, and on and on and on and on. And you'll always be waiting. So you have to put your little excuses to the side. Do not allow procrastination. Like, procrastination can steal your future if you allow it to. So get rid of procrastination. I have to, and at times I have moments where I feel like procrastinating. So I'm also talking to myself. You'll have to tell your emotions to be quiet a lot, because sometimes you're not going to feel like posting, or sometimes you're not going to feel like marketing yourself, or sometimes you're just not going to feel like doing any of it. And so I have to tell my emotions to hush a lot. So get ready for that. You'll have to, put your feelings to the side and do what you know is right at all times. So stay consistent. That is something that has helped me. Oh my gosh, that's one of the biggest things I would have to say that has helped me. You have to stay consistent with what you're doing. You can't jump from thing to thing. Like, one moment you're like, okay, guys, I play the piano and I'm going to teach you how to play the piano. And then next week you're like, all right, let's build houses. And then the next week you're like, I'm going to show you how to make shoes. you're like, okay, so wait a minute, what are you building here? So you're building trust with people. So you want to make sure that whatever it is that you decide to do, that you stay very, very consistent and post frequently. You can't just post like one time and then go away for a year and then post again and then go away for like 3 more months and then post again. So just make sure that you're staying on top of it and that you're consistent and that you're building relationships. Although I know it's social media and it's online, you're still building relationships with people. So just make sure that you stay consistent. Oh yeah, that's the thing. I said, don't jump from thing to thing. Another thing is that you cannot please everybody. So don't even try. Like, you can be the nicest person on earth. You could post the greatest things on earth and somebody will be not happy. So don't focus on trying to please everybody. And another thing is like your brand or whatever it is that you're marketing is not going to be for everybody. So you have to figure out like what your target group is and focus on them. Don't focus on trying to get every single person on earth to like you, because it's not going to happen. And then everybody won't support you either. And it's okay. Like, God will open up the right doors and he will bring the right people into your life and while you're building your brand or your business, the right doors will open. So don't get stressed out when people aren't supporting you. And honestly, sometimes your friends and family, people you went to high school with, people that grew up in your neighborhood, they may not even support you, and it's okay. Like, don't allow that to stress you out. Don't allow it to take you off track. Don't allow it to make you get discouraged. Like, it's okay. Keep going, keep building, stay consistent, and the right people will come along. I promise. Everybody don't support me. I have people that don't support me, but I don't focus on that. It's like, okay, they don't have to support me because my brand may not be for everybody, as I just said. So the right people will come along. Oh, that's what I just said. I wrote down notes so that I didn't forget anything. So I'm like trying to read and make sure I don't forget anything along the way. Oh yeah, as I said, the thing about getting discouraged, just keep going when you get discouraged. I have many moments where I've wanted to give up on Be a Health Nut too. And I'm so thankful I didn't, because now that I've continued to grow and go, and it's been 3 years, now things are happening and doors are opening. But it's been 3 years of me being very, very dedicated and very, very consistent. Even when I don't feel like it, I just tell my feelings, oh, well, you're going to stick to what we're doing. I don't care how you feel. Get up, make food, post it on the blog, tell people you have a new recipe. And so I have to literally tell myself the exact same things that I'm telling you. Also, reshare. Like, when people share about your brand, your blog, and they say they buy a t-shirt from you if you sell t-shirts, or even if they don't, if you have a recipe blog, I'm just going off of what I have, and people make my recipes and then they tag me of the recipe they made, I reshare that. Let people know that you care. You just want to reshare when people are sharing about you or talking about you, and that also validates your brand as well. So reshare, reshare, and reshare. Be willing to invest in yourself. You're going to have to put money in. I've put so much money into Be a Health Nut too. You have to put money in. And so you have to be willing to invest in yourself, and also just investing in like classes, webinars. Like, if you're trying to learn how to do accounting or marketing or whatever, take a webinar. It's a ton of information available. And also YouTube, you can pretty much learn anything on YouTube. So use the resources available to you, but be willing to invest in yourself. Like, if you don't invest in yourself, how do you expect other people to invest in you? Or if you don't believe in yourself, like, how do you expect other people to believe in you? So just, you have to start it. Something that has been very helpful to me, instead of spending a ton of hours on social media just browsing, I read books. I read a lot of books, inspirational books, business books, marketing books, all that type of stuff. You want to flood your mind with positive messages, especially when you're getting discouraged. Make sure that you have a ton of books, a ton of inspirational speakers that I listen to a ton of inspirational speakers as well. So you can get on YouTube and just pull up, like, somebody saying it. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm just looking to see what the screen is saying on Periscope. But yeah, get on YouTube and pull up inspirational speakers when you have moments of getting discouraged, and it really will help you. It has helped me a ton to just stay encouraged, and I encourage myself and then encourage other people, and that helps you as well. One other thing that I want to say is, don't compare your journey. Thank you so much. Don't compare your journey, your business, your brand, your anything to anybody else's experience. I'm telling you, that's something it'll throw you off. Like, let's say your cousin started a bakery. I know I keep going back to food, obviously, because I'm a foodie, but let's say your cousin started a bakery in 2 months, like her bakery exploded. And then you started something and I don't know, it's been 6 months, a year, and it hasn't yet exploded. And then you're disappointed because you used her formula. We must stay focused on what God is leading us to do and know that in God's timing, things will take place. So don't compare your journey or your formula to anybody else's, because God has a specific plan for you. So don't try to use somebody else's formula and think that it's just gonna, well, theirs happened in 2 months, so mine will too. No, it's been 3 years of building Be a Healthy Nut too, and I'm still working on it. So it doesn't happen overnight. So stay dedicated to your process. Keep your eyes on your life. Like, that is something that's so crucial that I've been doing. I don't look at, of course I communicate and I love to interact with people, but I also make sure that I'm staying focused on what God is telling me to do so that I don't get distracted, so that I'm not like, okay, this is going on over here and this is going on over here, and then I lose what I'm supposed to be doing. So just make sure you're spending way more time focused on you and what you're supposed to be doing, and not on what everybody else is doing. And don't jump from thing to thing. I already said that don't jump from thing to thing. So hopefully, I don't know, some of you guys logged on a little later. So I already went over a ton of points before this, so I don't want to kind of repeat myself, but you can watch the playback, of course. That way you can get all the other things I said, so that I'm not repeating for the people that was on here earlier. This is so what I need right now. Says thank you. Yay! And thank you so much for watching. I'll be back soon with another video. If you all want me to do any more like topics, please feel free to tell me what you want me to discuss. Is somebody else joining? Hi, whoever just joined. I can't see Almond. But I just gave it like 25 different pointers as far as how to start, build, and grow your brand. If you guys have any questions now, you can feel free to ask and I'll answer to the best of my ability. But just at the end of the day, hi, love. I just want to encourage you guys to just keep going. When you get discouraged, I have my moments, I promise, where I'm like, okay, bye, Be a Healthy Nut too. And then it's just something in my heart that won't let me give it up, because I know for a fact that God told me to do it, because I never wanted to do a health blog. I never wanted to have a health brand. This is all God. And so during my discouragement, I'm just like, nope, I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to allow anything to come in my way and stop me. And you have to know, when you're building something great, it takes time. So greatness takes time. So just stay with it, stick with it. Don't give up on what you're doing. And I promise it will work out. Get connected with people that's like-minded. Watch inspirational speakers, and all that stuff will truly, truly help you out. So if you don't have any questions, I'm going to log off, and I have to finish on my Google Plus page because I made a mistake and didn't start live there. So I'm going to go ahead and head over to that and finish recording over there. But thank you all so very much for tuning in, and I will come back soon with another video. Bye. I'm sorry, Google Plus. I totally forgot I was live here. It was trying to stop on Periscope. But I think, let me see. I think I started on 9 with you all. So I am going to go to, I didn't give the background history. So I'm going to go through this really quick. Just, I don't want to keep you all on here too long, but Be a Healthy Nut 2 started in April of 2013. It definitely was such a faith walk for me. It wasn't something that I planned to do. I had moved to Los Angeles to literally audition for television work, and I felt led by God to start a health blog. So I decided to be obedient, and I started a health blog, and then it literally took on a life of its own. And It has received over 400,000 views. I've been featured in 2 health documentaries, The Full Body Detox and Urban Kryptonite. And I traveled to London last year to speak about health, and I've traveled to a few states. And this is all God. I take no credit for it because it was honestly not my plan. I definitely planned to audition for TV and not do a health blog, but I'm grateful and I'm thankful that I listened and I was obedient to what God was leading me to do. So if you feel like God is telling you to do something in your heart and you feel afraid, or you just don't know how to start or what to do, you just want to start. And then once you start, God will truly provide you with the answers. Every day for me is a faith walk. It's a faith journey. I still am learning. I'm still growing in this area. So just start, and just start where you are and do what you know with what you have, and God will lead you. The second thing that I think you guys missed, I was saying, if you're asking like, what should my brand be about? Or, you know, how do I start my brand blog? Your brand blog or business, I believe, should be with something that you're very passionate about, because you're going to have some hard days. I will be very honest with you. You're going to have days where you get discouraged. And if it's something that you're passionate about, you'll stick with it, versus the minute that you have a moment of like, I'm annoyed, or today is not going so great. Sorry, I'm like shifting the camera a little bit. But where you're like, today is not going so great, you won't just give up on it. So something that you're passionate about, if you're passionate about doing makeup, or you're passionate about putting clothes together, you're a fashion designer, do something that you're passionate about. People can also feel your passion with what you're doing, and they can feel the love that you have for what you're doing. So definitely something that you are passionate about. And then use your faith. Faith without works is dead. So you have to make sure that you actually put yourself out there, you work towards achieving your goals, because nobody's going to knock on your door like, hey, so-and-so, so I can hear in your mind and in your heart that you want to build this whatever, and I'm here to help you. No, that's not how it works. You have to actually put yourself out there, and then, you know, the right people, the right doors will open for you. You can start on a blog, or you can get a website. I started on blogpress.com, blogspot.com, and then I transitioned over to WordPress, and I hired a web designer. So definitely you want to make sure that everything looks very professional. And so if you don't know, you know, how to use Photoshop, or how to do your own graphics, you can hire a graphic designer and let them do it, or learn how to use Photoshop. But you just want to make sure that your image is professional and that it represents you well. Don't overthink, just do it. If you overthink, I'm telling you, like, we will overthink ourselves. You won't do anything if you just, like, I have to tell my thinking to be quiet a lot. Like, you just have to just do it. Don't overthink it. I'm just going to do it. That's all. That's it. Oh yeah, I have to be professional. Your image is everything. So just make sure that whatever you post, it represents you. Also remember that whatever you post is going to be out there. So just make sure that you're not posting things that you wouldn't be happy to have represent you, you know, years from now. Hopefully I didn't say that already. I can't remember where I started with Periscope and here, but if I did say that, it's just a reminder. What else? Oh, be you. Make sure that you're just you. You know, people want to know who you are. Be authentically you. Like, people need what you have specifically. So don't feel like you have to be anybody else, or you have to be try to go in the exact same path that somebody else went down. No, just do you. Be you and allow God to lead you. Don't be afraid. Did I say the don't? I don't know. I'm asking like as if you guys can answer me. I'm not sure if I said the don't be afraid to market yourself. But if I didn't, I was just saying don't be afraid to let people know what you offer. So if you have a blog or you have a product, tell people about it. Otherwise, how will people ever know? Like, if you don't tell people, nobody's going to know, especially in the beginning. So just don't be afraid to tell people like, hey, I just launched a new website. Go check it out. And just use social media. Like, social media is amazing. Use it in a positive way to change lives. I don't know if I said the market to people who's interested in what you do, what you offer. So if you sell donuts, don't market to somebody that's looking to buy a car. It's just, you know, you want to market to people that's into food, that's into sweets, things like that. So I'm going to get off of here because I can't remember where I started and stopped at, and I don't want to repeat myself too much. So next time, hopefully when I do a Periscope, I'll be able to start my live broadcast actually live and not after I started it. I'm still figuring out this technology thing, so y'all have to bear with me on that. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or any topics that you want me to discuss, feel free to comment or inbox me on any of my media websites. Check out BeAHealthyNut2.com for any recipes, any vegan raw food recipes. Also, the beauty soaps are back in stock, but we're almost sold out again, which is awesome. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. I'm working on so many great things for Be a Healthy Nut 2, and I cannot wait to share them with all of you. So I'll be back soon with another broadcast. Bye, guys.